Hi everyone, good morning and good afternoon to some of you. I'm Cass Tan, the Marketing Manager for EPLAN Southeast Asia, Australia and New Zealand. We would like to thank you for your time today to join us in this EPLAN Experience webinar on codes and standards. In this 1 hour session, we are going to introduce to you the EPLAN Experience. The EPLAN Experience is a methodological, a step-by-step concept to increase engineering efficiency and design optimization. And we are going in depth on codes and standard topic. Codes and standard is one of the 8 fields of action falls under EPLAN Experience. So joining us today we have Liao. He is the Senior Account Manager for EPLAN Southeast Asia. And we also have Kelson Chan with us. He is the presenter for today, and he is the Technical Consultant for EPLAN Southeast Asia, Australia and New Zealand. Without further ado, I would like to invite Liao to give his welcome remarks.
Okay, good morning and good afternoon to some of you. I'm Leo here. I'm the Senior Account Manager for Southeast Asia. So first of all, I would like to do a quick introduction about EPLAN and about our company profile. So for your information, EPLAN actually successfully established since 1984, and our HQ is based in Monheim, Germany. And we also been awarded as a top employer since 2009. So actually EPLAN is present in more than 50 countries, and our solutions, EPLAN solutions, has been translated into 17 languages. And our solutions is support of global standards, especially for most of you know, is the IEC standard. And our global success is we have successfully implemented EPLAN solutions for more than 45,000 customers, and we have more than 110,000 of installations. So this slide shows the coverage of EPLAN worldwide. So for the red color, you can see the area of EPLAN. So far, we have implemented in more than 50 countries and 70 languages. So this slide shows the sectors and the industry that EPLAN covers so far. Okay. So from here, you can see most of the major players from different industries, such as automotive industries, F&B industry, and the panel buildings. You can see some big players. Yeah. So for information, EPLAN, we actually introduce EPLAN platforms, and what are covered on top of the EPLAN platform is, I think most of you are already familiar with EPLAN Electric P8, and if you are using EPLAN Fluid, it's covered more to your pneumatic and hydraulic system. And we also have pre-planning for P&ID. And for those that are doing the panel building, switchgear design, you are more familiar with EPLAN Pro Panel. And beside that, we also have the harness Pro-D. EPLAN harness Pro-D is more to the wire harness design. But on top of that, we also have the mechanical CAD integrations, which means that if you are using any other mechanical CAD software, such as Autodesk Inventor, SolidWorks, or PTC Creo, or even CATIA, you can integrate your mechanical CAD data with EPLAN data. So if your company is using any PDM system, the product data management, then you are also able to integrate EPLAN in with your PDM system in your company. So on top of this EPLAN platform, there's the EPLAN engineering configuration. It will help you to streamline and also to improve your engineering efficiency by implementing the design automation. Okay. So in this slide, you will see the overview of each product of EPLAN solutions. The first one actually is the EPLAN electric P8. So from this picture, you can see the schematic diagrams that can be generated or can be produced by using EPLAN electric P8. So the next one is EPLAN fluid. So you see the drawings about the hydraulic and pneumatic. And this one is the EPLAN pre-planning. So for those companies that are doing the PNID, they are able to use EPLAN pre-planning to generate this kind of drawing. Okay. So the next one is the 3D panel. So especially for those companies that are doing the panel buildings and switchgear, they are able to use EPLAN Pro Panel to integrate with the EPLAN electric P8, and you are able to come up with the design of your schematics, and you'll be able to see the 3D models of your panel. Last but not least, this one is the EPLAN Harness Pro-D, especially for those companies that using that doing the wire harness design for the automotive or even the machine designs. They're able to implement EPLAN Harness Pro-D into their design department. Okay, so next, I would like to pass the session to Mr. Carlson Chan, which is our technical consultant, to continue with the EPLAN experience. Okay, thanks everyone.
Okay, so good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Okay, so my name is Kelvin Chan, so I'm consultant for EPLAN. Okay, so maybe some of you will think, so what is EPLAN Experience? Okay, so actually EPLAN Experience will be a new concept to increase your engineering. Okay, so step by step. Okay, so it will be better. It will be more to design to make each individual engineering that is more efficiency, whether from the basic to details and all the way to production. So it is more to know information breakdown from the basic to the production side. Okay, and then of course the beauty is more flexible, so you can actually apply this concept to any company, any independent site location or any industrial. Okay, and of course the EPLAN Experience is totally integrated with your existing system. Okay, and then of course based on our the EPLAN 30 years experience, so and with our customer as well. So actually, EPLAN actually come up with the X fields of action. Okay, so this will be our X field of action. So we start from the IT infrastructure, platform setup, core and standard, product structures, design method, workflow, process integration, and project management. Okay, so this is our EPLAN experience fields of action. Okay, and of course, for today's, we will go. I will introduce what is actually core and standard. Okay, so let's say for the first thing, okay, so daily challenge. So let's say for to complete a project, so nowadays, so you will need to complete in a shorter time, okay, at lower cost, and then of course you need to have high quality projects drawing. Okay, and this will be the current situation. Let's say from the existing customers or the potential customer. Okay, so if you have our software, normally what you do, you just, let's say you already completed the project one. Okay, and when you have a project two, you will just copy and paste and then you modify. Okay, so this will end up, you will have errors when you copy. Okay, and then of course you will have a boring manual works, do it one by one. And of course, you have time-consuming engineering. Okay. This is normally what we find out from the customer side. Okay. And the importance of the engineering. Okay. So we will, okay, for today, normally you will have more individual engineering, and then you don't really apply all the reuse data. Okay, let's say from the standard. Okay, so what we would like to do is we would like to increase reusable the database, the standard database, and then we will try to reduce the individual engineering. Okay. Then the importance of engineering. So which measure can the challenge of engineering be fulfilled, and then how you can actually increase your efficiency. Okay, so that's the reason why we actually introduce our EPLAN experience to you guys. Okay. Okay, so this is our vision of the EPLAN experience. So we actually EPLAN actually try to approach more to the solution based rather than the product based. Okay, so our EPLAN is more is different from others companies. Okay, so we will try to approach solution based, so actually you can actually apply our products more efficiency. Okay, so let's say you can see that the process consulting, implementation, then of course we have global support, and then of course the last one will be engineering software or products. Okay, by applying this EPLAN experience of action. Okay, so we will go to the core and standard. Okay, so core and standard is more to the standards and the structurings. Okay, so this is just an example. Let's say you have a machine battery referring to the standard. Okay, of course, we all know that standards are not law and they are not actually legally binding. Okay, so standards are more to the library or reusable data and the proof solution and the guideline. Okay, so that you can actually have a guideline on how to start a project. Okay, and then these are some of the examples, the current situation in many companies. So let's say we go to electricals and electronics. So normally you apply the standard IEC 61346 or 81346 over here. Okay, so this is normally for the electricals and electronic. And then for the fluid, so normally you will use ISO 1219. Okay, so mechanics, and the next one will be the process and technologies over here. Okay, so these are the current situation the current, let's say, IEC standard that apply to some of the company. Okay. So how you can actually applying the code and standard into the existing CAE system? Okay. So actually standard can actually enhance the quality of your data, and then of course, if you have company worldwide, okay, so it's more easy for you to exchange the data globally. Okay. So without any information breakdown. Okay, so this is one of the examples regarding the standard, the code and standard. So let's say if you're referring to the IEC 81346 over here. Okay, so basically they are based on a few aspects. So you have a function aspect, location aspect, and then of course the product aspect. Okay, so let's say you have one object over here. So what is this object functioning? Okay, and where is this object located? And then what is the product of this object? Okay, and of course from this actually we can actually in EPLAN we can document it according to the EN 61355. Okay, so this I will show you an example in EPLAN later. Okay, so let's say for the first one, so this is just an example from the machine. Okay, so you can actually apply to any industry. Okay, so let's say you have one object over here, and examples, let's say this is an indicator lamp in the system. Okay, so the first thing, so let's say location. So where is this lamp located? Okay, so this will be our location aspect. Okay, and then what is the purpose of this indicator lamp? So this will be the function. Okay, so as you can see, there's a symbols plus equals and then the dash over here. So this is all what we can find in our software. Okay, and then of course, what is this indicator lamp composed? Okay, the product aspect. So whether this is the LED light, a bulb. Okay, and then the next one. Okay, so this will be the examples what we can do with the location aspect over here. Okay, so let's say this object is located in the factory. Okay, and then of course from the factory it will be, let's say in hall 14, then the next one floor number 1, okay, and floor number 1 to area 4, and then control panels 3. Okay, so you can see the red color text over here. This is all the structure identifier or the short forms of these hall 14, floor 1, area 4, and control panel 3. Okay. This is what you can actually do in the location aspect from the EPLAN. Okay. So with all the plus sign over here. Okay. So this is the location aspect. Okay. So the next one will be the functional aspect. Okay. So what is the function of this object in the machine? Okay. So let's say this object is from the packaging system. Okay. And in the system you have fill in, fill out. So this is the material fill in, cutting unit, and then the last one cooling unit. So this is quite similar to the concept from the location, but this is functional aspect. Okay, and then of course the next one will be the product aspect. So product aspect, okay, so whether this, so we know this is a light, okay, but whether this is a bulb one, this is a light sensor, or this is a LED or output. Okay, so all these layer code you can represent and you can find it from this IEC 81346 over here. Okay, so I will use one example from this machine. Okay, so let's say we have one machine over here, and we will define the functional location over here. Okay. So the first one, of course, this is a functional processing machining one. Okay, and then the next one we can actually find out all the stuff function over here. Okay, so you have incoming conveyors, okay, transfers, vertical grading system, left and right. Okay, so we can actually all separate we can define all the sub function first before we actually go to the EPLAN. Okay. Okay, I'll show you examples from the EPLAN. Okay. So as you can see from here, this is the examples that what we can actually get it from EPLAN. Okay, so you will have a machine function, machine over here. Okay, there's an equal sign over here, double equal sign. And then the next one, you can go to the is sub function over here. Right. So it's just a very simple, so you just define the code over here. Okay, so you can see there's a letter A, letter code A, FZ1. All this you can actually find from the IEC 813486. Okay. So just now will be the functional. So the next one will be the location. Okay. So the location aspect will be where is the junction box. Okay. So in which transfer field, vertical grading field. Okay. And then of course the control panel and the switchgear cabinet. Okay. Okay, so this is how it look like in for the location aspect. Okay, so with the plus signs over here. Right. Okay, so and the next one. Okay. So for the document, so the document you can define according to this EN61355. Okay, so according to the code over here, EAA, EAB, EFS. Okay, so all these code actually represent. So let's say EAA, E will be the electricals, so AA will be the color sheet. Okay, power schematic FS. Okay, so I'll show you one document over here. So these are according to the 61355 standard over here. Okay. So let's say if you go to E, so this will be the electrical engineering. Okay. And then you can go further over here to the letters A. Then of course there's a double letter over here. Okay, AA will be the administrative documents. Okay, title page, call page over here. Okay, so the examples in EPLAN. Okay, so as you can see, this is the example in EPLAN. So you can have the title page, table content, and so on. Okay, so all this can be done by just go inside to the structure identifier, and then you can see that we have all these structures over here for the functional, okay, for the location, and then for the document type. Okay, so you can see all the symbols is inside over here, and then you can insert the value over here. Okay, so this is the example as well. Okay, so let's say you have the function over here, the mounting, and then the document. So you can actually change the orientation of how you're going to view which one to represent first. Okay. So let's say I would like to represent the mounting location, and then function, and then go to document. So it will be just the settings over here. Okay, it's inside the project settings. So mounting location. Okay, so you can see now I will actually get the mounting location, function, and then go to the document. Right. So this is the examples according to the document of the 61355. Okay. Okay, so basically, this is just one of the field of action code and standard. Okay, so and of course we have actually another 7 field of action over here. Okay, so you can see, of course, we will actually arrange again the webinar or some conference or workshop. Okay, for the product structures, design method, flow, process, or project management. Because we already have the code and standard and design method last year. Okay, so this year we will have the product structures and the platform setup. Okay, so we will have this conference, EPLAN engineering conference soon for this EPLAN experience. Okay, so we will introduce our existing customers and of course our potential customers as well. Okay, so I hope this EPLAN experience can give you a clear path forward to meet your current and your future challenge. Okay, and okay, so I will actually pass to, so that's all for my side. So it's just a very simple introduction on the code and standard. So if you need to know in details, so you can actually let us know. Okay, you can contact our sales representative, or of course you can contact us as well.
Okay, thank you, Kelton. For those participants from Singapore, we have, you may want to check out an upcoming event on EPLAN Experience that's happening in Singapore. So it's on next Wednesday. So in this event, right, we'll be sharing in details on 2 other fields of action, that is platform setup and product structure. So if you are interested, please visit www.eplan.com.my for more information or to register. So these are the useful contact. So we have Kelson Chan. So you can email chan.yh@eplan.com.my, or you can also email general sales inquiry email at sales@eplan.com.my if you have any questions at all on codes and standards or overall EPLAN experience. Once again, I would like to thank you for joining us and hope to meet you again in our next EPLAN Experience webinar, which I think will take place sometime around October. And this time around, we're going to focus a lot more on another fields of actions, which is design methods. So it's a very interesting fields of action. I hope to meet you again at that webinar. So stay tuned for the invite, and thank you. I would like to end the webinar now. Thank you.